Richard Sibbes, Antidotum contra naufragium, Episode 16. Quae ad Deo est doctrina fontem malordrum ostendit, mysterium latentis vitiositatis recludit, peccatum enim impedit sui ipsius cognitionem, quam dilute de hoc sentiunt papistae, satis notum est, sana huius articuli doctrina, peculiaris ecclesiae, sensus piis in ecclesia. In this portion, Sibbes begins to enumerate his argument as to penes quos, in whose possession the deposit of faith rests, depositum est. This is from the previous portion. He begins by saying, that which is from God, quae ad Deo est, namely the doctrine, so we would say in English, the doctrine which is from God, ostendit, it points out or makes clear the fontem malorum, the source of things that are evil. And it mysterium latentis, the mystery of lurking or hidden viciousness, the secret of hidden vice, you might say, it discloses or it makes clear. These two verbs, ostendit and recludit, are synonyms, but there is no conjunction between them as we might expect, something like et. This lack of a conjunction is a figure of speech called asyndeton, not connected together. As he continues to give the criteria for sound doctrine, he says, for sin, peccatum, neuter, singular, and nominative, the subject, sin, impedit, prevents, inhibits, or slows down, cognitionem, the knowledge of one's own person, sui ipsius, and this is masculine, singular, genitive. There are at least three very common words for knowledge in Latin. Scientia may be the most common, which refers to propositional knowledge. Cognitio is a knowledge of familiarity, and notitia is perhaps somewhere in between these two. He then continues with the adverb quam, going with dilute to strengthen it, which is also an adverb. How poorly, dilute, how weakly or thinly, on this point, de hoc, concerning this, and I'm taking the antecedent of hoc to be sin, or perhaps the entire idea, because it cannot be cognitionem, as that is feminine, and hoc is either masculine or more likely neuter. So how poorly or wretchedly the papists draw their conclusions on this topic or think about this subject, de hoc sentiunt, is well enough known, satis notum est. Sentiunt, the verb here, means to form a position, to take a position or an idea, to have a thought. Papistae is masculine plural and nominative. It's a first declension masculine, and here it's a pejorative term as used by Sibbes and other Protestants. Satis notum est is the main clause, est being the main verb. It is sufficiently well known, satis notum est, quam papistae, etc. So then, of this article, huius articuli, that is, this article of faith, fidei, of this article of faith, the sana doctrina, the sound teaching, or the correct, proper doctrine, belongs to, or is a part of, the peculiaris ecclesiae. This form, peculiaris ecclesiae, can only be feminine singular genitive. It cannot be, in terms of inflection, anything else. So the sana doctrina, the correct doctrine of this particular article of faith, belongs to the Church in particular, peculiaris ecclesiae. The perception, sensus, and I'm taking this as masculine singular nominative, but it could be masculine plural nominative. That's a possibility. The perception or observation of this phenomenon of sin and how it functions, this belongs to the righteous, piis, masculine, plural, and dative of possessor. This belongs to the righteous or to the pious who are in the church, in ecclesia.